this is The Place with Dave Nemeth and Brooke and Brittany Graham.
I'm with Dr. Jason Bruse from Ogden Clinic. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Today we are talking about one of the things that people neglect most during the winter, their feet.
Sure.
So what is it about this season that makes people just forget about them?
I think a lot of people don't realize that in the cold weather, the cold actually holds less humidity, and so it's very easy to get dried out skin during the winter time. So that can happen all over your body, but it also happens to your feet. You also spend a lot of time indoors in forced air heating, and so the air is usually really dry in the winter time, and so you can get cracked heels, cracked skin, you can get dry skin all over your body really, but it happens a lot to people on their feet.
Okay, what are the biggest problems that you see with patients during the winter?
That I see a lot of cracked heels. I see injuries from people slipping and falling on the snow. I see a lot of runners who still want to run during the winter time, and I really like a lot of stores, outdoor stores, will sell little, almost like cleats that you can cramp onto your shoes, running shoes that are great. They can really help people from slipping and falling. So I see lots of slips and falls, and I see some cold injuries as well.
Okay, and what are a couple of things that people just shouldn't be doing during the winter that really makes things worse?
One thing would be really high heels, obviously, slippery.
Excuse me, what was that? Please, Exhibit A, right here.
Those shoes.
This is my life. Okay, so tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I think so many women wear high heels because they're fashionable, because we like the way they look. Obviously, they're not the most comfortable. So let's just get some real facts when it comes to high heels.
Sure. Well, they're not great for your feet, obviously.
Yes.
It's also very hard to get away from wearing them, and I understand that. I have a lot of patients who will wear them in a business meeting, and then they'll take it off when they're sitting at their desk, and I think that's a pretty common practice. I find that we do think that having really high heels, the higher the worse it is for your feet, and it probably does cause problems down the road. And definitely if you've got mild bunions or mild hammer toes, which are...
Let's talk about bunions.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just a lump on the side of your foot, and it's actually not just a growth spur, a growth of bone that happens there. It's actually your joint becomes misaligned. It's a much bigger deal than people realize, and it probably is accentuated or accelerated by wearing bad shoes or high-heeled shoes. And if you've got a small bunion, it can become a big bunion pretty quickly.
Okay.
And if that happens, you got to go see somebody.
Okay, so important to remember, if you're wearing high heels, keep a pair of flats at your desk too.
Sure.
Try not to wear them all the time. And then if you have bunions, there is help, and people do need to get help before they get worse.
For sure, and the surgery to fix a bunion is easier the smaller the bump is, but I also always tell people that you never want to have a surgery to fix something unless the problem is really interfering with your life. So if you like to run or walk the dog or ski, if you are still able to do those things, I wouldn't go get a bunion fixed, because the surgery is not very fun. And so you want to make sure that the problem you're addressing is really interfering with your life before you go through the surgery.
Okay, good to know. Where can people get more info?
I work for the Ogden Clinic. I'm in Farmington, and we have a great website, ogdenclinic.com, and my office is just right by Lagoon, and happy to see anybody.
All right, thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.